Today we are going to fire up the Corvette. I haven't cranked this thing up since March. I've had a few issues. So first main issue, the car. I was gonna go take it for a drive one day, filled it up with E85, and as soon as I left the gas station, I was driving out, the car locked up, did not move. Car did not lock up the engine, it just did not move. I took it out of gear, I revved it, and the car creeped forward when I was in neutral. So I was like, what the hell? I put the car back in first and it grinded, tried to put it in second and grinded, and then when I put it in third, it went in, but it just, it drove about 10 feet and it locked up again. So I was like, damn, there's no way my transmission took a crap on me. And sure enough, I lost fourth gear and a couple other things broke. I don't know exactly what happened. I just got discouraged. I had just finished getting the motor done, tuning it and breaking in the motor and everything, and the transmission took a shit. So I got discouraged, got mad, parked the car, and I put it away. I started up a week after just to get it going because I had a full tank 85, and I noticed I had a coolant leak. It's coming from the right side. I think it's a freeze plug. I believe it's a freeze plug because I'm looking at the head and I don't see it leaking from the head. It's coming more from the block. So I'm almost certain it's a freeze plug that went bad, which is fine. I'll just get that replaced. But as of now, in the time of the making of the video, you guys got to count today, which is September 17 till March is the last time I started the car. So I have a full tank 85 and I don't want to mess up my injectors. So I'm gonna go put some oil in this and try to crank it up and burn some oil. Also, an issue I'm having is the catch can. Since the way I have my PCV lines, or PCV, PFV, PVS, whatever you guys want to call it, you get what I mean.
Te voy a ser bien caro, no entendí que dijiste. I don't understand what you say.
The way I have it ran, it's coming from the tank going to the other side, and it's going to a fitting right there, and then from there there's another one going right here, and then from here I got a dash 10 AN fitting with another dash 10 and to the other side to the valve cover, and that's how I have my catch can ran. And the issue I'm having is all the oil is being pushed out and it's being pushed into the catch can. So I don't know why the hell is doing that. We troubleshooted a little bit and we figured out that the way we have ran this PCV system is wrong. So I have another pair of stock valve covers that I have here inside the house. So I'm gonna put those back on and put back the PCV lines how I used to have it, and that should take care of the issue I'm having. It's just pushing all the oil into the catch can. Not a lot, but it's excess, and then everything else that is not pushing into the catch can, it's burning it off. I checked the oil and it barely has any oil, and I'm like, dude, why the hell does it have barely any oil? And long story short, that's my issue. So I'm gonna just fire up the car, burn some E85, run it through the injectors. I didn't want to have the injectors sitting for such a long time, and we'll just do that. It's probably gonna take me a while to start this thing. 85 takes a while since I last started it, and on top of that, the battery's dead, so I gotta jump start it. But hopefully I can get it in before the rain comes, because it's getting really cloudy and it's been raining all freaking week, dude. All freaking week. I was gonna go to Clash of the Titans point series race tomorrow, and it got canceled and postponed for another week because of rain. So I was like, let me just work on the car a little bit and just figure out a couple things and just look at it. I've been neglecting the car. I've had a lot of personal shit pop up in my life, and I haven't been able to save up the money to get this thing fixed. It's pretty expensive. You got to drop basically the whole freaking drivetrain down from the torque tube front here all the way to the back, just comes down. So it's a little pricey on the labor and parts and stuff like that. And we don't even know what broke. I'm almost certain that the transmission took a crap because it does not go in fourth gear at all. But it could be multiple things. So we don't know yet until we put on the lift and actually go over it. But as of now, I'm gonna just start it up. I talked to my buddy Kaita, and he says just start it up, let it idle, and run some fuel through the injectors. You don't want to have it sitting for such a long time. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Let's head out to AutoZone and let's go get some oil. Alright, we got the oil, VR1. That's all I use in the car. My tolerances and clearances are pretty hefty. So we gapped the rings on the motor quite a bit for nitrous, turbo, and whatever else you don't want to throw at it. So VR1 is what we use. We don't use that 5W30 or bullshit that Corvette OEM shit says. This is what I've been using. I use the same oil on my Suburban and all the cars I have. But let's get back to the house and start this puppy up. I refilled it up with oil, but it's getting cloudy, so I'm gonna probably hold off on cranking it up. I gotta get myself a new oil fill cap because this thing is expanded with the heat. So you can see, look at the marks it has. I had to pull it out with pliers, and from the looks of it, it's gonna be raining really bad. So I might hold off on starting this thing up. Alright, so I just got a heads up from the radar app that it's gonna start raining in 25 minutes. I got that a minute ago. So I got some time to crank it up. Got oil in the car. I double checked everything. Everything looks good. I just put the charger on it, and we got power. So let's prime the system. So this is what I was talking about. I got no fourth gear, but let's see if this thing cranks up. Oh, it doesn't have a fucking battery. Let's see. Yep, not enough charge. Son of a bitch. No shit. Well, we're gonna have to try it again. I don't got enough charge. I'm gonna have to put this thing to charge and then give it another shot. Son of a bitch. Freaking 25 minutes my ass. Freaking got soaked. Freaking soaked. Fuck. Couldn't get it right. Son of a bitch. So after all this rain stops and it dries off, I'll start it up again. I'm gonna put the battery jumper to charge up, and we'll try to start it up. All right, let's try this one more time. Let's turn the fuel pump again. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Put this thing to charge already for 4 hours, dude. This thing doesn't have enough fucking charge or what? Like, come on, dude. Son of a bitch. If that ain't one thing, it's another. Alright, let's try it out like this. This works a lot better than that freaking trickle charger that I bought. I probably am charging it wrong or doing something wrong with that thing, so I gotta look at the instructions, but let's see if it has enough charge. Yeah, we're good. No, not yet. Not enough charge. I'm gonna let it charge up for a little bit and try it again. Alright, I got a new battery put in. See where this thing is at. 11.6 volts. Let's see if it cranks up at least. There it goes. Alright, so it turns over at least. Alright, let's try it one more time. Alright. make sure we're not leaking. We're not leaking, so I don't know if you guys can hear that little clack, 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 clack that it's making. That's a noise that it's been making for a while. I think it has something to do with the clutch as well, because the moment you press the clutch and engage it, it goes away. But the car does not go into fourth at all, so I'm just gonna let it idle for a little bit, try to burn off some of the E85 that I have in the tank, and just do this once a week until I get the transmission and everything all pulled out. It never fails, bro. So remember I was telling you guys it was pushing all the oil. I think I overfilled it. But I'm gonna check it out now. I think I overfilled the oil. Kind of my fault. Alright, so I know a lot of you are gonna laugh when I say this, but I overfilled the fuck out of the tank. So all the oil pushed out from the catch can. My stupid ass, bro. This is why I'm not a mechanic, bro. This is why I take it to my boy Kaita and I let him do all this shit, because I always fuck something up. The one rule that I made to myself when I got this car was I'm not fucking with it. I'd rather let someone's professional do it. And here I am fucking with it. Just because I want to start it up again and flow the injectors. But I fucked up. I overfilled it. I didn't check the dipstick. So, my fault. So now I'm just trying to suck out with a syringe as much oil as I can. And I gotta now clean up here the freaking mess I made on the floor. And try to do it again. And clean this all out. So I'm still working on this. Look how much freaking oil I put in this bitch. So, but all in all, the car is idling fine. It's fucking sounds good. Besides it overfilling the oil, it's a little rich. Like I expected. The car still needs fine tune on E85. I only tuned the car on 93 and never got it to tuned on 85 fully. So it's about 9 to 10. It's a little rich, a little bit too rich for my blood. So I'm gonna just clean this out and park the car back. I just have to move the car out of the way to the driveway to freaking clean up the floor. The car still drives. It gets out of, you can put it in first gear and back it up and drive it. But I'm not driving up and down the block, so it's just back and forth the driveway, and that's it. So let's get this cleaned up and try it again. Alright, so pretty much that's gonna wrap it up for today. It's smoking a little bit because of the blow by that it has. I messed up and overfilled it with oil, so I had to suck it out, all the excess oil, with a little syringe and dump it back into the oil, the gallon of oil. So I'm just letting it warm up, let it idle, burn some fuel. I'm just double checking to see if it's not pushing oil out the catch can. That's why I have the top of the filter open, and all I'm doing is just observing and double checking that it's not gonna puke oil out. I took out a lot of oil and I think it's pretty level now. I checked the dipstick and it's filled to the top, so it's pretty, not to the top, but it's right where it's supposed to be filled up to. So far so good. It might spit out and push a little oil into the catch can, all a little excess, which is gonna be fine. I'm waiting for it to do that. Hopefully it doesn't do it, but if it does, I'm expecting it, just so I can get it out and make sure the oil levels are all leveled and good to go. I'm looking at everything. Temps are good, oil pressure is good. The car just right now is not sounding like it's idling properly, so it's a little rich, but it's still warming up. It's not even up to temp. It's only at 135. So it is what it is. so far, it's looking good. Man, I wish the transmission wasn't messed up, man. I would go for a drive, but not in this weather, but I'd love to go for a drive. I miss this car, man, I lie. It's just steamy. It's normal. The thing's like a freaking choo-choo train when you got the light and you start seeing all this start to vibrate like that. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm not entirely 100% sure that's supposed to be normal like that. I've seen a lot of turbo cars with a lot of ring and blow by. They do that a lot with the CAT scan, so I've heard it's normal. But all in all, it's pretty legit. The idle's kind of off. Once it warms up, it idles correctly. But it smells like corn. I know you guys can't smell it, but I know if you guys were watching and I've been behind a car that smells like 85, you know what it smells like. So brace it in, breathe it in, baby. All in all, man, I'm excited to get this thing back on the road, get you guys more content on the car. I have a lot of things planned out for this car for some videos that you guys will enjoy. But stay tuned. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.